topic today.
That's not how you start a podcast.
You can cut it out.
You are. We're not cutting. We're not cutting anything.
What's the point of the fucking
All right, everybody. This is the Deadlysnowcone podcast featuring Hans, episode 1.
I like Hans's opening a whole
Shut the
lot
fuck
more.
up! I have to thank our sponsor, Squarespace, for sponsoring this podcast, and they are a sponsor. I want to make that perfectly clear, even though officially they're not a sponsor. Like they're gonna sponsor us eventually, so we're getting it out of the way early. You can, I think they have some sort of a website. I'm not entirely sure what they do. It probably involves space on the internet. Yeah, shut up. I'm the host.
No, hang on. What did you call them? What were they? What was the sponsor?
It's Squarespace.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Hang on.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What are you, retarded?
Well,
Squarespace.
Joey doesn't seem to know what it is either, asshole.
Hey, they do something, and our listeners should utilize their service.
Here,
It's like it makes a website for you if you're too dumb to make a website.
Oh yeah, website. Not if you're too
hire
dumb.
someone to make a website for you.
Yeah. It's makes it easy for you to create a website.
yeah.
Right.
So go ahead and do that. Give them money so we get money.
Yep.
The link will maybe be in the description to
Tell them
go to
what sense
Squarespace.
And our website is.
It can be in the description.
Hans will take care of the description.
Yes, I got it. Here's the description.
They can't. There's no video.
Squarespace is a private American company based in New York City.
Did you just go to their
that
website and like
provides
link their
software
fucking?
as a service for website building and hosting.
Oh my God.
Hello?
Its customers use pre-built website templates and
And drag and drop elements to create web pages.
That was all Joe.
That was me. And so that's our sponsor, Hans.
Yep.
Nicole.
Hans, that was a transition. It's your turn to speak.
All right, Tibble, what's our topic?
What?
Ooh.
No, I don't know.
Yes, and.
Pick a topic.
Pick a topic. I was really enjoying the idea of pirates and fucking.
The Caribbean, yes. Well, I
Yeah,
personally
pirates
think
and
Johnny
the
Depp
Caribbean. Yeah, two separate things.
has fallen from grace.
I think that's not very nice.
Is no longer one of the top-rated actors in North America
Was he ever?
and also the world.
Thoughts?
So I pulled up
Hans?
53 facts about pirates.
Are you gonna want to run through that list real quick?
Yeah, give me all of them.
Number 53. So literal. The English word for pirate is derived from the Latin term pirata, which means sailor or sea robber.
boy.
Greek word
Wow.
pirates, which literally means one who attacks ships.
Wowie, zowie.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
don't worry. I'll
Hans,
drop
are
this
you-
one in here for Dibble to read for us. This is number.
Are you trying to tell me that my pirate rum is more traditional? Hans?
Tibble, pick that up.
Tybalt, thoughts?
What thoughts on what? The
That?
fucking word? Yeah, cool. Good to know.
Okay, can you go ahead and read that for us?
What, the next one? I'm kind of in the middle of something.
I wrote it.
I'm fucking. I'm
Yeah,
on
you're
a
in the
deep-
middle of a fucking podcast
But
right
you know,
now.
I'll
Yeah,
tab.
I'm aware, and I'm in the middle of protecting the.
Okay, don't worry.
No.
I don't care enough about
this
Jim said the spelling of the word wasn't standardized until the 18th
I don't know.
centuries
The
and
spelling of the word wasn't
pirate
standardized
and
until the
pirate
18th
robot
centuries.
were commonly
and
used
pirate,
until then.
At the same
pirate,
time.
and
Maybe
pirate
parrots
were
got
commonly
confused
used
and
until
thought-
then. Maybe parrots got confused and thought they were pirates as well.
Oh shit, I didn't even realize the humor.
Humor.
What? It's humor.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
The robot stopped reading, but
Oh, and this is brought to you by Factinate, FACTINATE.com/things/51.
they are not a sponsor. Not a sponsor. Do not give the URL. They've not paid
Okay.
for space on this podcast, and they will not be getting any.
I
Okay.
don't think Skillshare did either, but we're going to talk about them right now.
Skillshare?
Factinate.com.
What is Skillshare?
You guys heard of the man grade?
Oh, dude, look, it's the pirates I was talking about. Our viewers can't see, but I don't know why you
I
keep
pulled
posting
up
these things.
2 classic historical pirates.
You're just gonna have to imagine it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, just close your eyes. Think of Johnny Depp.
Dibble, I'm gonna need you to read 51. Oh wait, that's not 51. That's the.
I'm not reading any of these facts, let alone 51 of them.
All right, Joe.
Okay.
All right.
51.
Joe.
Early adopters. The earliest documented instance of piracy was in the 14th century BC, when the Sea Peoples, a group of ocean raiders, attacked the ships of the Aegean and Mediterranean civilizations.
Okay.
It's always nice to be the
so
first to
Tibble,
market.
Tell us about Assassin's Creed Black Flag TM.
What about it? It's like the best Assassin's Creed, I guess.
Black Flag?
And that it's not an Assassin's Creed game.
Wait, the band or the game?
Yeah,
It's
both.
the pirates.
Yeah.
The band?
Yeah, there's pirates in that one, and you're like, whatever.
What do you do? Can
That's
you
the
give
Wait,
us
are we a... I'm confused. Are we a video game podcast?
We're
Can we
whatever
get
the
a
fuck
day
we
in the
want to be,
life?
Joey.
No, we're not. We're what
Yes,
our
we are.
audience determines us to be.
No, we're what we want to be, and fuck the audience.
How do I get sound effects?
You download a... This is gonna take you like 15 hours to download
That's fine. That's
a
half the
soundboard
fun
and
is
figure out
listening.
how to press one button.
Can I just
No, oh god, no. There is an alternate route though. A much easier one. The question is whether or not it's still on my phone. it's that simple.
God, Joey, why is that on your phone?
Why wouldn't
I
it
have
be
it
on
on
my
mine.
phone? Alright, now that we have a bit of dead air, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is... Oh, Jesus Christ! Mother of mercy! I shook it up so it would, like, make a sound when I opened it, and it is all over the place.
Joey,
Oh my god!
what did you think was gonna happen?
Mountain Dew, you do
Oh
you.
my fucking god, it's everywhere! It's all over my mouse pad! I don't think it hit anything important, thank god,
That's
but...
not Mountain Dew's fault.
Not Mountain Dew's fault. Mountain Dew is an
Just let it
upstanding
clear.
company that I'm gonna need a change of clothes.
I
Jesus.
pulled up some classic
It's
pirates.
fucking everywhere!
Hans, you're still going with this, huh?
It's
Jesus
the topic of the podcast.
I am a man of Mountain Dew now. What is that?
Hans is playing a
Is that
sea
Popeye? What am I hearing? Pirates of the Caribbean. No, that's copyrighted. You're gonna Disney's gonna take us out. Stop it.
I only played 29 seconds, so we're
Hans,
good.
the mouse is
That's
gonna
way
send
more
you-
than. Oh god.
No, it's iTunes did it.
iTunes did it. Alright, you guys are gonna need to fill the dead air. I gotta change clothes.
Number 49. God loves pirates. The rulers of Minoa and Crete were the first to raise a navy specifically
What
for
the
the
fuck is wrong
purpose
with
of
you?
battling piracy. He
Thank
managed to clear the surrounding waters of piracy for a time until his navy was destroyed by a tsunami around 1400 BC. Piracy resumed.
Wow, tell me less.
So God loves pirates is what that said. Is
Okay.
tsunamis
hmm
killed his guys.
Next fact, Hans.
This one's Tibble. I need you to read it.
Why do you keep asking me to read these? Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Boom.
Pirates would often prowl narrow sea channels that funneled shipping into predictable routes. Examples included the waters of Gibraltar, the Strait of Malacca, Madagascar, the Gulf of Aden, and the English Channel. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, that was good. I pulled up a separate fact
Great.
sheet on pirates as well, which is
Right.
while filming Pirates of the Caribbean in London, Johnny Depp received a letter from a local 9-year-old girl who asked to help him with mutiny against her teachers. Depp turned up with no warning at the school in full Jack Sparrow outfit, but
And
advised
killed the
against
teacher.
mutiny.
Just shot her. Just shot her dead.
Shut her dead. Johnny Depp is wanted for murder.
He, well, in several films, he kills people. And little known factoid, all of
That's not
those,
what factoid means.
those are all real.
Factoid doesn't mean what you think it means.
It does not.
I think you need to Google factoid.
Okay.
God,
This
it's just
is
like hot
defined.
Mountain Dew on my mouse pad.
Why is it hot?
I don't. It's because my mouse pad's warm because I've been gaming.
Cause he shook it up, idiot.
Jesus fuck. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Ritz Crackers, for supplying us with food for this episode. They didn't yet, but they will.
What I said was exactly a factoid.
Did you go and Google factoid immediately after he called you out on
Yes.
it?
I'm googling
A piece
factoid.
of unverified or inaccurate information. I was giving
No,
inaccurate
no.
information.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in real quick.
Joey's
Inaccurate
happy
statement
birthday.
of
Shane said an assumption or
So-
speculation that is reported and repeated so often
Right.
that it becomes accepted as
So-
fact.
Problem here is that like only Hans is assuming this, so it's not really a factoid.
yeah,
is it?
see,
I think we got time for another sponsor.
that's a factoid.
I'd like to thank
Sure,
our
Hans.
sponsor, Blue Chew. If your dick
Okay,
don't
so-
work, take some Blue Chew, and then your dick will work.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and read this next one, Joe. Here it is.
If you're not familiar with the Disney ride, you're probably familiar with the blockbuster starring Johnny Depp. That was based on the original ride. Pirates is one of the first attractions in Disneyland. It opened in 1967, before we got to the moon, and has been a huge hit in the park ever since. When the attraction opened in 1967, Pirates of the Caribbean used real human skeletons as props. Because the original Imagineering team felt that the foul skeletons of the period were just too unconvincing, the grotto sequence originally featured real human remains
Oh my god, how do you kill this thing? I'm actually incapable.
obtained from the UCLA Medical Center. The skeletons were later returned
Can't kill it.
to their countries of origin and given a proper burial.
Takes 0 damage.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Disney.
No,
If
no,
you
hang on,
haven't
don't
checked
do that.
out their
Will be
video
our
service, I'd also
Disney
like
Plus.
to thank our sponsor,
It markets itself.
Charmin toilet paper,
Disney Plus. It doesn't need
which I am now
that was our
using
ad for it.
to wipe the Mountain Dew off my hands.
Mountain Dew TM. Try new Baja
Try the
Blast.
new
You guys
Bajoran
remember
Blast.
the Black Mountain Dew?
Blackberry.
Black Mountain Dew
Black-
was not in
Mountain
any
Dew
way a
Black.
racial thing. It was actually a flavor.
It was more of a Halloween thing.
Yeah.
A man of many talents, number 47. Julius
Rich
Kaiser
crackers.
was once kidnapped and briefly held by Sicilian pirates and held prisoner. When the pirates asked for a ransom of 20 talents, $600,000 in today money, he scoffed at them and demanded they ask for 50 talents.
Okay.
Yep.
I agree. Thoughts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tibble, give us some thoughts. We can't just be
Why do I
rifling
gotta
these
be the
off
thought
at you.
guy?
We
My
need you to.
head's
You're the
empty.
thought guy. You're the smartest man.
No. Flat out incorrect.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Old Spice, for providing us with a fresh scent every day. They haven't yet,
I would-
but soon.
Ambush.com.
I think more of these sponsors should just be us thanking them and then not saying anything about the product.
Well, I know all
Thank
about
you,
the products.
Wish.com.
I personally use the products of our sponsors, or sponsors
of
to
course.
be, so I don't think it's appropriate to neglect
All right.
them.
There you go. There you go, Joe.
Number 46. Why did you send message.txt as a file? what is...
Oh, why didn't you just copy and paste?
Shut the fuck up, I've got to read this. Whilst incarcerated by pirates, Kaiser treated them like his subordinates and somehow managed to gain their respect. However, he told them that when he was released, he would return, hunt them down, and crucify them. Upon his release, Kaiser made good on his promise, raised a private navy, and killed all the pirates who hadn't taken him seriously and didn't even bother to leave the island where Kaiser had been held. Kaiser got his 50 talents back.
Thoughts?
Thoughts?
Christian, we need a little bit of your input.
I think he's busy getting fucked by Valkyria.
Yeah, he's trying to kill it with
I'm
a
just
kunai.
getting fucked and fucked and.
Yeah.
thing just keeps fucking me.
He's trying his best.
Which I would like to thank our sponsor again, Blue Chew.
I'd like
I
to thank our
believe I'm
sponsor,
getting-
Warframe.
Warframe.
I'm gonna
And Twitch
leave
Prime.
you boys at it for about 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
No,
Okay.
Ninja's,
Oh my
Ninja's
God.
perfect.
I'm still recording, so you
You're
know
doing what
I'm
for
real.
5 minutes?
My father just called me.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
I think that 5 minutes gives us a chance to thank our sponsor.
For 5 minutes. Huh?
Sponsor. Warframe, why the fuck can't you do these junctions
Warframe.
with it?
Railjacks.
Warframe. Have you ever wanted to play a video game? Warframe. If you subscribe to Twitch Prime, you can get bonuses in-game, a free frame, and a credit booster and affinity booster. Twitch Prime /Warframe. Not a URL. That was a. It was just those two things together.
Okay.
We've lost our anchor.
Right, yeah. Without Hans, what are we supposed to do? I mean, now we're just sort of...
We're lost for content. I would
How
like
are we
to
supposed to-
thank our sponsor, Verizon Wireless. Verizon Wireless. Can you hear me now? Good.
I don't think that's... Is that still their tagline?
Was that theirs? I hope that was theirs.
Actually, is it? Hang on, let's Google Verizon.
All right. We can just
type
cut this
Verizon.
part out without Hans. It's not the same without him.
No. To be honest with you, fucking... I think it would have worked better if we just were fucking around instead.
I don't appreciate that feedback. I wish you wait until we are no longer recording to critique my podcast hosting. So if you could
Hey, do you
just...
take constructive criticism?
I do.
It sucks.
Not in front of the kids though.
Oh, okay.
Which reminds me, I'd like to thank our sponsor.
Like my kids.
My children, yeah. They actually make a lot more money than we do, so...
My actual kids.
My kids and their new father have. They've been real kind to me, and I just don't want to be embarrassed in front of them.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. So, it's just, I'd like to thank our sponsor. Just if you guys could, let me thank our sponsor. It's an audiobook sponsor. I can't remember their name, but they did pay for ad space on this podcast, and when I remember their name, I will bring it up again. You can count on that. So we were talking about pirates, Tipple.
I suppose we were, weren't we?
Yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean, more specifically, Johnny Depp's downfall.
That's not very nice.
He has fallen from graces, and his Oscars... Has he won an Oscar? Someone look this up. Who's
Almost
there?
definitely.
His Oscars would be left
Johnny
in a
Depp has-
sad place if they could see him now, which they
It's
probably
okay, hang
can.
on.
He probably
Johnny
has them
Depp
like
has
in his
how
living room.
many Oscars? I spelled his name completely wrong.
It's
Johnny Depp-
G-H-L...
No, it's okay. I spelled it JONNYDEP. Best actor,
Depp.
best actor, no, just nominees actually. He does not have an
Oh.
Oscar.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, looks like
Turns out Johnny
people
Depp
had some
kinda sucks.
foresight.
Yeah.
They realized that he was not long for this world, the acting world of,
Well, okay, that
film
was a little.
and filmmaking. Did you know Johnny Depp died at 47 years old?
Rest in peace.
God rest his terrible
How old is Johnny
soul.
Depp?
He lived for 48 strong years.
Johnny Depp. Johnny Do age.
And a couple of weak ones.
A couple of
Johnny
yeah,
Depp
some
is currently
not
well.
so
Okay,
good
well,
ones.
Joey, he's currently 56. So
Well, that's what Disney would have you believe.
Right.
But we all know how Disney handles the death of
we all know how Disney
an icon.
raises its actors from the dead with necromancy and makes them continue to act.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Disney.
Disney, they're fucking necromancers.
Let's not make fun of the sponsors.
I'm not making fun of them.
No?
That's a
Okay.
fact.
They are unholy.
They,
That's all I'm
they
saying.
raise people from the dead. That's the sponsor specifically asked us to tell them that.
What Disney does is wrong. That's all I'm saying.
What they do is revolutionary, and because you are so small, you can't see the importance of what Disney is doing. And I'd like to thank our sponsor,
Okay.
Netflix. They may be a direct competitor to Disney now, but they don't have the hits that Disney has. That's not to say you shouldn't subscribe to Netflix. I'm just saying, you know,
It's just not as good.
it's just not up to the standard that Disney's platform.
Of Disney.
I don't know what's Disney's platform's name. Does
Disney
anyone?
doesn't stand up to the standard of Disney.
Is it Disney Plus?
I don't know.
You're a fucking researcher.
I'm
Oh,
not.
am I?
Yeah, come on.
What am I looking up? I wasn't paying attention.
Disney's streaming service name.
Disney's streaming service is called Disney Plus.
Like our sponsor, Ritz. See, I knew our sponsors' names.
Right.
Ritz crackers for when you're so hungry, you want to die.
But only then.
Ritz crackers.
If you're not literally starving, don't eat Reds.
I'd like to take us into the a new segment of our show. Actually, it's called "What Time Is It Where You Are?" For me, it is currently 7:09 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Tipple.
What about you, Christian?
That concludes the segment of "What Time Is
10
It
p.m. for me.
Where You Are?"
7:10.
For our viewers, I'd like you to write a comment showing what time it is where you are. And, you know, type it out. Tipple?
Yeah.
It was a transition. You're supposed to carry with the flow. You're kind of staunching the
Well,
flow at this
You
point.
asked me a question, so I'm not really sure.
It's not a question.
Oh, you wanted me to say something.
Yeah.
I assumed that you said tipple, like it was an inquisitive tone. So I
No,
thought
no,
it was
no.
like-
It's like I'm passing you
Oh,
the sports ball.
it
you have to
wasn't-
hold it.
It wasn't tippled. It was tipple.
Tipple?
I got you. I'm sorry. I
Yeah, on a
apologize.
podcast it has different connotation.
Right. Well, currently this is my segue, and you played right into my hands. Christian.
Nicole.
Fucking amateurs. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Samsung. Samsung, they make phones, memory chips,
Okay.
Etc.
everything else. Do they make
Several
screens?
other things, probably.
Do they make screens or do they? I feel like they make the OLED screens.
Maybe.
Tipple?
Oh, right. Yes, that's my job. Does Samsung, you said?
Yeah.
Samsung make screens?
Yeah, like OLED screens, like for phones and TVs.
Samsung, Apple to use a new Samsung OLED display on 2019 iPhone. Yes, they do. They make.
All right, even so good, even Apple uses them, which brings me to our next sponsor, Apple. If you haven't bought the new MacBook or iPhone or iMac
No, hang on a second. When
or
was the last time?
AirPods, Apple is your source for electronics next to Samsung.
Did that count as a kill? I knocked her off the edge. Fuck yeah!
Oh,
Hell
there's edges?
yeah. Good job. It took you this long to kill Valkyrie?
I don't think you understand, dude. None of my shit was doing any damage.
Uh-huh.
0 of it was doing any damage.
I'd like to thank our sponsor,
well, I
Warframe.
guess you should have gotten the carrot.
I just claimed the
Yeah,
Kraken.
I just got the Boltor.
Boltor.
The Boltor.
I like the Boltor. I like the Boltor Prime.
Viewers, you'll have to excuse us. We are slightly distracted because we are playing one of our sponsor games, Warframe.
Warframe. Are we gonna?
Are we going to what? Finish your thought while I upgrade my pistol
In Warframe.
in Warframe.
Warframe.
Where the gamers come first.
Ninjas play free. That's their tagline.
Is that their?
Yes, ninjas play. I'm serious. Ninjas play free. That's their
serious.
tagline.
Can we get rid of them as a sponsor?
That's our sponsor?
Yeah.
Who handles the sponsors?
You, Joey.
Oh, I'm gonna have to. I don't want to cut Warframe, but I don't think our vision
I don't
lines
think
up.
we can. I
Do
don't
I
think
have
we can
pistol?
afford to cut Warframe.
Oh, I have pistol damage. We had some impact to my pistol. Alright, now I think we have some time for a sponsor. I'd like to thank Logitech, who provide us with nothing other than moral support, but I feel like they deserved a mention. They've gotten
Sure.
us through some hard times. This being our first podcast, when we thought it wouldn't get off the ground, Logitech came in and said, "Yeah." So, I mean, really, just they're cool guys over at Logitech. Where is Logitech based, Tipple?
Oh, let's find out. Logitech
Don't
headquarters.
you need to make it seem like you already know these things and you type silently.
Well, that's not going to happen. So instead, we're all going to learn together. It's the learning portion of the show. It's educational.
You're making me seem ungenuine.
So anyway, Logitech's international headquarters is in, I can't pronounce that, but it's in Switzerland.
Was it originally there, or did they move it there?
Let's find out. Let's read their wiki page.
Okay.
It was co-founded in Switzerland. Yeah, no, it was originally in Switzerland.
Well, you know the Swiss, they're very supportive people.
It was co-founded
Sometimes.
in Apples, Vaud, Switzerland in 1981.
Well, I love apples and I love the Swiss, so.
I guess our next sponsor can be Stanford. Stanford University.
Do they sponsor people?
I don't know, probably. They have a lot of students.
I guess.
That counts as a sponsor, right?
I think so. Does that mean Santa Cruz, UC Santa Cruz is a sponsor of the show? Because they procured us?
Yeah, yes.
All right, I'd like to thank our sponsor, UC Santa Cruz, for all of your needs involving... What is Santa Cruz good for?
You guys go to school there, don't you?
I went to school there.
Okay, so what do you think it's good for then?
You don't want to ask me that question on the podcast.
Is this a trick question?
I'm sorry?
Well, they're really good at... Our next sponsor is Tylenol.
Tylenol
Extra Strength.
PM.
For when you're...
I take that shit all day, every day.
When your bitch of a wife won't stop yapping, and you just need the pain to go away. Tylenol. I'm running out of sponsors.
I feel like we're kind of like getting out of the family-friendly territory with our sponsors now.
No, all the kids, they skip past the ad sections.
Speaking of non-friendly, family-friendly sponsors, I would like to thank our sponsor, Smith & Wesson.
Okay, well, first of all, Smith & Wesson is a family-friendly company, and I will not have you belittle them live.
All right, you're right.
Speaking of family-friendly sponsors, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Blue Chew.
What is that? What is that?
Our research man doesn't know what Blue Chew is.
I'm gonna go. I swear to God. If I
oh,
Google
my
this,
name's
I swear
Nipple.
to God.
I've never heard of Blue Chew. I don't use it all the time.
Oh, it's a sponsor, asshole. At least act like you know what it is.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, you're ruining us.
All I'm getting is Blue Choo Choo from Legend of Zelda.
Well, that is not our sponsor.
That is, yeah, I'd like to thank our sponsor, the enemy from Legend of Zelda, the Blue Choo Choo.
I think you're writing of Chew. Okay, where
Blue
is
Chew.
Hans?
No,
Has it been 5 minutes yet?
No, when Hans tells you he's going to be gone for a while, it's a lot longer than he ever tells you it's going to be.
I don't think the podcast can continue without him.
Oh, it's some kind of like better sex thing.
It is the better sex thing, Blue Chew, for when your penis is just not working up to 120%. Take 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 Blue Chews and you'll be raring to go. That's what I have here written. I don't know why they would have me say that. That seems a little...
Oh, dude, hey, so Valbon Prime will be gone February 11th.
Oh, shit.
So we can't get Valbon Prime after the next couple of days.
So should we grind that out after the podcast?
Yeah. No, we should do it during the podcast, frankly. Let's do it.
Well, I don't know. My keyboard is quite loud, and I don't think our listeners will appreciate having just really loud, sort of annoying, repetitive noises.
Right.
Kind of hinder their experience.
As far as I'm concerned, our voices are very loud, repetitive noises. So.
I was just going to talk about our sponsor, Mountain Dew. That was not a very loud crack.
How many of these are you going to drink, Joey?
It's only one, and it's getting more and more flat over time.
Okay.
Not really getting the audio feedback I was looking for. That's okay. People can just imagine the sound of a cool, refreshing Diet Coke. But instead of a Diet Coke, it's a Mountain Dew being opened. And then you drink it.
On Warframe if you
Mountain Dew. For when your dick isn't work.
Mountain Dew.
Wait, for
I'm
when
actually-
you don't have the stamina.
I'm partial to 7-Up myself.
You're partial to his fucking fist, you bitch.
I'd like to see you try, you silly cunt.
Like to thank our sponsor. No, what is the name of the anti-bully organization?
Yeah. Do I even have any Valbon relics? Let's find out.
You're a research man. I thought you were gonna look up the name of the anti-bully organization.
What was I doing? I'm sorry?
The anti-bully organization, our next sponsor.
You told me, so I couldn't. How was I supposed to look it up if you didn't say anything? Anti-bully
I did say
organization?
something, but you're fired.
Yeah. Okay.
Hear that,
well, you know
bitch?
what? I didn't want to do it anyway. Stopbullying.gov.
There we go. Stopbullying.gov for when
Prevention.
Tipple
Teach-
is being a stupid little bitch.
Are you really gonna bully me during the anti-bully section? Is that what's gonna
It's
happen?
raising awareness.
Okay.
if
I'm gonna
people
raise
hear
your
me
awareness,
bullying you-
fucking bitch.
Don't fight back. The bully will just enjoy it more. That's one of the top
Prevention.
tips.
Hey, prevention. Teach kids how to identify bullying and how to stand up to it safely. Are you gonna teach them how to identify bullying, Joey?
Are you not gonna read this paragraph to me, or?
Alright. When adults respond quickly and consistently to bullying behavior, they send the message that it is not acceptable. Research shows that this can stop bullying behavior over time. That's about it.
Oh,
That's the only thing on this website, actually. There's nothing else here. There's no links or anything.
I thought I had way more time to eat this rich cracker.
No, you really didn't.
Shit. Christian?
What? What's this about? What? Well, anyway, that's all I have time for.
Okay, well, it was great having you on. He fucking muted himself. No, don't do a two-man podcast. You can't have a podcast with two people.
I'll be right back. Leave me alone.
Who else is in this Discord? Who can we get in here?
Rolo.
That's CMG. He's a Dota player. That's not gonna go well. Laxative would get it. He'd understand. He's playing Final Fantasy. He's probably not busy. Let's get him in here. In the meantime, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Romania. Beautiful country, great vistas. The gypsy problem has been kind of controlled at this point. They've moved them into ghettos, so as long as you're in like a major city within the walls, you shouldn't run into too many gypsies. So thank you, Romania, for sponsoring this podcast. Christian?
It's still recording, you know.
All right, and he's back, the main man,
Have
the
you been
rock
talking?
bottom. The what?
Have you been talking?
Has
Talking
Joey been talking? No.
very technically, I have been talking. While
Okay.
you were gone, Tipple left in a fit of rage. I don't think he'll be coming back to this podcast anytime soon.
Okay, I just found an article that says, how did the Neanderthals live?
I'd love to know more.
Yeah, do you want to read it, or should I?
Well,
It's a long one.
you know what? I think you got. They really need the visuals for this. You got it, Hans.
All right. This is brought to you by BBC.com. Future article 202000128. How did the last Neanderthals live? UTM source pocket new tab.
Your mic is
Written and
good.
brought to you by Melissa Hoganboom
God bless her.
on 29th January 2020.
It's up to date.
So, in many ways, the last surviving Neanderthals are a mystery. But for caves in Gibraltar have given an unprecedented insight into what their
Four.
lives
He
might
meant to
have
say
been like.
4.
40,000 years ago in Europe, we were not the only human species alive. There were at least 3 others. Many of us are familiar with one of these, the Neanderthals. Distinguished by their stocky frames and heavy brows, they were remarkably like us and lived in many pockets of Europe for more than 300,000 years. For the most part, Neanderthals were resilient. They existed for about 230 years longer than us, than we modern humans, Homo sapiens. Evidence of their existence vanished about 28,000 years ago, giving us an estimate for when they may have finally died off. Fossil evidence shows that towards the end of the final few were clinging on to survival in places like Gibraltar, finding from British overseas territory located at southern tip of Iberian Peninsula, are helping us to understand more about what these last living Neanderthals were really like, and new insight reveal they were much more like us than we once believed. All right, I'm popcorning you. No.
You're popcorning me?
Yeah, I'm popcorning you. You're gonna start under the picture of the Neanderthal family.
All right. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Podbean, for hosting us. Podbean is one of the best sources to listen to all of your podcast needs. We currently do not use Podbean because our
or
content
Spotify.
is not. Yeah. Well, Spotify. That's a good one. You're also not. We're not hosting our stuff on there, but for other podcasts, if you need, a little something to listen to on your way to see your secret lover, then podbean.com/spotify.com /
Podbean.
All right, Christian. That was the sound of a toilet flushing. He is currently in the restroom.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring one of our guests on.
Yes.
Let me get on Twitch real quick.
What are you doing?
Well, we got to pick a game. What game are they coming from? We're gonna kick them from the Discord after they join.
Let's do Madden 20.
Madden 2020. I don't want to make it a racial thing, but
All right.
are we gonna pick a specific type of person?
Jesus Christ.
I'm looking for a man.
Like our sponsor, Black Lives Matter.
I would like to pick an ethnic man, like a Chinese man.
Could it be a woman?
Mexican. It could be a woman. Oh, let's hop on Overwatch.
Well, no, I don't know. I feel like if you're poking and prodding and thrusting at a female streamer, I think they might kind of tone it out at this point.
Oh, that makes sense.
Whereas if you find a nice, vulnerable, low viewer male, they will be more likely to join
like
a random
someone
Discord.
who's playing Osu.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
I need a man with a face cam. I need to know what he's about.
You really need, I mean, we don't have a video feed on this podcast, so
We will be hosting him. So,
we're not live on Twitch.
no, we are not. But
Do you mean host in the sense that we're hosting him on this podcast? He's gone dark.
okay, what I'm saying is, all right, buddy.
Oh no, we've got a fucking.
How would you like to
Oh my
talk about things?
You better be the only person in his chat. I take it back. This is better than Craigslist.
So I forgot my Twitch password, but I'm gonna go ahead and have Tybalt scout this man.
I like his picture. Tippled is AFK though, is the problem.
No, okay, Joe.
I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could. Whew. Also, we're in a Warframe mission right now. It's the
You're gonna go ahead and want to just send that. I've already created it for you.
You've already created the message. All right, hold on. Before that, I do need to thank our sponsor, HyperX. They make mechanical keyboards and presumably things that are not mechanical keyboards, but the sound that the viewers are hearing is in fact a nice, high-quality HyperX Cherry MX Blue keyboard.
Mine's a CM Storm.
That is not a sponsor. Christian is also using a CM Storm mouse, I think.
Mine is Brown's.
Should I like add Warframe to the recording scene of OBS? Because I think I have it running at 500 kilobits per second, so it's gonna look like 1 pixel.
Yeah, that's funny.
Just so you know, have some visual feedback.
Tibble, where is he?
Tipple decided to go AFK in a fit of rage after I may have bullied him a little bit during our anti-bully sponsor section.
I'll go back. I'll review that. I'll see if
God,
it's.
I slid up. Alright, well, let me add Warframe to the scene.
I need to. Okay. So now I have to go to Gmail.
Specific window Warframe. Boom, there it is. It's gonna look really good in the recording, by the way.
Are you recording?
Yeah, I'm falling down a pitfall in an endless loop.
I'm resetting my password to Twitch. My new password. I won't tell you.
Okay.
But it's weak.
It may or may not be password 1.
Christian, how do I get past this platforming section?
Hey, fucking use your brain.
My brain's not working.
What are you talking about? How is my password too easy to guess, you fucking buttholes?
Is it your username?
I feel like it has something to do with this thing right here. But I blew it up. Oh, I see how to... Okay. It all makes perfect sense now.
This... what do you want from me?
Everything?
Why do they... Why... It's like fucking 14 characters long? What are you talking about? It's too weak.
Fuck me. How do I... Oh my god, I'm so lost. Christian! Help!
How are you so fucking bad at this game?
I don't know. I just am.
It is so easy. Warframe, it's easy.
Warframe, it's so easy, despite my incompetence.
Have you tried looking up
Okay.
and jumping?
It's
I
not
need
working.
you to keep...
That's
tell
like the
me...
entire
Tell me...
game.
Tell me about your schooling, Joe.
We've already gone over Santa Cruz. You need help to open a door. I need help to get
know
past
about,
this
I want to know about
platform.
your. I want to know about your degree.
Ah, yes. Well, I got a degree in women's studies.
That's a lie.
It's not a lie.
So
You've
why
been
would
called
you lie
out.
on the podcast?
Yeah, you're lying. I want our people to know you inside and out.
Fucking, hold on, I'm dying.
He's
Lying.
he's lying. Okay, so I've decided that the best game for us to pull.
Oh, come on, you son of a bitch! God! Go up to
Simulator.
the fucking... God, I'm stuck! Oh, I did it. Oh, whew.
Kid, I finished it in like
Yeah, whatever.
1 second. How
Yeah,
is that
like you
taking-
destroyed the robots that were gonna give me the thing. It's a whole thing.
What?
Okay, no, I have an idea. I'm gonna go ahead and hop on Omega.
Oh, no, this isn't
and
the
get
exit,
a
Christian.
Death Star.
I'm no closer to the exit than when I
When you
started.
hop onto chat roulette and get us a good start.
Alright, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah,
No, no,
that's
no.
what Omega is.
Are you not getting our Twitch viewer?
I mean, you could do that.
Are you incapable of creating a Twitch.tv account? What is happening?
Why are you guys just streaming on fucking chatting? Way better than
How
fucking
would
podcast shit.
you like to talk about things?
Are you on Chatterbait right now?
I'm on Omega.
Oh my god, you're so
On
fucking
Discord,
retarded.
Like topics and stuff.
Oh my god. You
Okay,
sound like an
Are they on board?
child.
boom.
Scale of 1 to on board. How on board are they? You're leaving a lot of dead air, Hans.
Yep. Okay, so so my opening line is no. I told him, how would you like to talk about things on Discord, like a talk show type situation, and he just sent type, and I said no.
No. He's embarrassed of his voice. Do you not have voice chat for that shit? Oh wait, isn't Omegle all text?
There's
Isn't
a
chat roulette the
video
one with?
chat.
Oh, yeah, but that's all Cox,
Yeah.
which I'm into, and I'd like to thank our sponsor Blue Chew once again. But
Yep. Okay, so the guy just sent me M for mail.
ah,
So I said, yep,
I think-
how would you like to talk about things?
Yep.
Don't worry. Boom. Okay. It turns out when you just open with the "How would you like to talk about things" thing, they just disconnect.
They disconnect or
Oh,
they
yeah.
show you their dick.
Tibble,
Still going?
Tibble. We
Thank
need
God.
you
Tibble's
to
back.
procure a guest from Twitch.tv. Hans has linked a candidate
Rest.
in the
I'm not
chat.
doing any of that.
Tibble, I need feet on the ground. We're trying to get a guy in here. Talk to him.
Tibble is gone. He's no longer in the call.
This this.
All right, hold on. I will
This
do it.
guy
I will go
is-
to Dan. I will get this man.
This is a weird one. This guy opened with M 8 inches. That's not a very tall man.
8? Did he mean 8 feet?
Oh my god, this sounds
He
so
must
good.
have.
This the fucking peep pop of OS. Why would you do this? He's gonna be so involved in this that he's not gonna wanna. Hold on. I'm gonna find us a better guest real quick.
Illogical. Why?
I'm gonna find us a great guest. We gotta find what's our game.
So I asked. I don't want your Snapchat, lady.
What's a game that has infinite downtime? DayZ?
Tarkov?
No.
Tarkov.
Tarkov, I think has less downtime.
It's
than
all
DayZ.
downtime. It looks like all downtime.
Something where they're
This-
not super involved and they can just like hop onto this podcast.
Europa Universalis.
Oh yeah, like a turn-based game like Civ, but they might have to think about things.
No,
Maple
not if you go to like,
Sonic
no
Adventure.
viewers. That's an intense game.
It is a very intense game. Let's go to. Let's try DayZ. And scroll down to the bottom. All these people with one viewer is too many viewers. Okay, 0 viewers. DayZ Xbox. I don't know if he'll be capable of handling a computer to get into Discord. Although maybe it's better
Okay,
if he's
I'm
on
gonna
his
go to
phone.
Pokemon Fire Red.
This guy's name is Money in the Bank. He's got a
Boom.
fully.
If somebody could come back to me before we go into
Okay.
this.
Oh fuck, he's in a call with other people. Oh hey Tipple.
I am actually gonna go.
Aw.
So goodbye.
It was great to have you on the podcast,
Bye.
Tipple. It's always a pleasure.
Good night.
I'd like to thank our sponsor Blue Chew, who Tipple is a big fan of.
Yeah, I love it. It's really very useful for my below average penis.
Boom.
Yes.
You may
Okay,
leave
goodbye.
now. You may now go.
Okay, I gotta go.
Wait, do you actually?
Yeah, I actually do.
How we made 48 minutes. Our podcast is 48 minutes long.
Okay, this isn't a deep dive episode. We'll do any deep
This
dive.
is our introduction.
This is our intro.
This is the worst intro.
I think it was pretty
Okay.
good personally.
I think we did a good job. We need like I need you to
This
edit
needs to
it.
be refined.
I think you need to edit in like an opener song or something. You know, do a couple cutaways of you adding more ads.
I feel like we've baited our viewers though by like teasing that we're going to invite someone off of Twitch into the podcast, and then everyone just leaves.
Alright, next week we're gonna have Dr. Disrespect
Next week,
on the podcast.
Dr. Disrespect Shroud will be on the podcast.
Yeah, or any of their understudies. We will be looking.
We will sell for no less than Dr. Disrespect or Shroud.
And the greatest of all time, the 2-time.
The 2-time. God bless his soul.
Oh wait,
Rest in
wait.
peace.
You know, we can always go browse the just chatting section of Twitch and then use those.
We should be on the Just Chatting.
Yeah, why are we not? No.
Why are we
Okay,
doing a
well-
podcast? What fucking year is this?
Okay, we'll make it. Well, this is the official thing.
This is episode 0.
Yes.
Episode -1, we have a...
Only the original viewers will know. All future episodes will be streamed on
Only
Just
the
Chatting.
original viewer...
And where's this? This is gonna be right there. Oh, and before I leave, I'm gonna go ahead and go like this. I'm gonna show you what you want to see. I'm gonna show you.
Whoa.
Oh my. I like how we're gonna have 2 versions of this podcast as well. One
Boom.
in good audio quality and one in really bad audio quality. That's
Boom.
I
That's
like
it.
I'm a fan. I don't know if we get a picture on Podbean, but I'll figure it out.
And then edit Riley petting all of us.
I'll make an attempt. I'm gonna need to source some pictures of you and Tipple.
I'll drop some in the chat. I'm gonna go.
Alright, thanks for coming on, best friend.
Yep.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for stopping by. Don't be a stranger, be a good neighbor. State Farm is here. I'd like to thank our sponsor, State Farm, for any insurance needs. Anything at all. State Farm. Like a good neighbor. State Farm is it there or here? I want to say there. Hans? Is he gone? Did he leave his did he leave himself in the Discord? Hans. And that concludes episode 1 of the Deadlysnowcone podcast, featuring Hans, Tipple, and sometimes Christian. Any last words, Christian? Thanks for watching.